T-Rod Fit.
What's good, my brother?
What's good, my guy? Is that what you go by? I mean, I know it's funny nowadays. You go by everyone's Instagram names.
Nah, yeah, for real. That's yeah. For me, it's mostly Tim.
Tim.
Yeah, anybody sees me like T-Rod, I'm like, oh yeah, you know me from Instagram.
Yeah. So that's like me too. It's like I ain't even gonna say it on here, but then people like if you call me by my government, it's like, oh yeah, you went to school with me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
So what do I call you?
Shit, you can call me Tim.
Tim. Nice to meet you, Tim.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Friends call me Trap.
Trap?
People just call me Trap. Yeah, that's why it's like government. Yeah.
Too much, huh?
That's like, yeah, we went to elementary together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But shit, man, here we are, Antioch right now. I was in the area. Thought I'd stop by, say what's up.
Oh yeah, brother.
Get a talk on. Shit, where should we start?
Shit, wherever you want to go, bro.
Man.
Down with you.
Shit. Well, let's for those who don't know you, let's introduce you.
Okay.
Tim, aka T-Rod, fitness. I guess I'd call you a fitness influencer.
Yeah, I guess you can go by that and do that.
Yeah. So how did the whole fitness journey start, or where did this all begin for you?
For me, all right, bro. So I'm gonna break it down to you from the beginning. For me, it started as a kid. I grew up in a drug recovery outreach program. So I grew up with the homies that were with the negative, trying to break those cycles. And my dad was a pastor of a church, him and my mom. So they were at house with us. So as a kid, I was growing up, I would see them because we'd have a gym in the backyard. So I would see them program, I'd see them work out, and that was my, I guess my first seeing them being inspired as a kid.
And so this was, how old were you around this age?
This is from when I was born to 10 years old.
Okay.
So the first 10 years of my life, this is all I'm seeing, this is all I know.
Yeah.
This is the beginning. So that's where my fitness journey, where the inspiration comes from. So it comes from that, from my environment especially.
Yeah.
So we're kicking it back to now. I'm going to high school. That's where I started when I really started going to the gym. I was 14 years old. I would go to the gym before school with my older sister, get that accountability and just build that routine up. Just wanting to get stronger because I was always the smallest kid.
Okay.
I was small, always been tiny. So that's where it started.
14. How old are you now?
I'm 26 right now.
26 right now. So.
12.
About 12 years?
12 years, yeah.
12 long years.
12 long years, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember. I've been following you for a cool little minute now, and I remember seeing you post. I remember you it was like your flashbacks. You're like, man, this is where I was. How old were you in those pictures? You were drinking all crazy.
I was 18.
You were 18 at that time?
I was 18, 2016.
So was that like kind of like a pit, like a little downfall, or life's always this.
Oh, yeah.
So, but that seemed like maybe one of your lower points.
No, that was honestly that was my lowest point, to be honest. 2016 to 2017, 18 years old, just getting out of high school, still in high school because I was a fifth year senior.
Oh wow.
So I had I was struggling, bro. I was really going down to a bad path. I started drinking a lot, going through some things with family problems, losing my grandmother. And that was the thing that killed me the most, and that's where I really spiraled. That's why all my pictures are from either before that or after that. When I lost my grandmother, I didn't know how to cope. I didn't know how to deal with it. So it was always just drinking to the point where I was blacking out, getting fucked up.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where you looking in the mirror, you're like, oh shit, I don't even know who I see anymore.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me too, something that I've wanted to talk about, but it's like compound decisions. Like you make it it's like when you make good choices, they influence other good choices.
Yeah.
And it also goes for bad choices. So it's like when you make bad choices, they also influence other bad choices. Yeah. So it almost sounds like that's kind of what was happening. You're saying it was just a lot of things were happening, always drinking, and then just more. It just kind of influences a cycle of bad things.
Yeah.
And
especially, and if you think about it, bro, what you're putting into your body is what's gonna come out. So if I'm putting negativity and poison in my body, and I don't see a positive way, bro, it's gonna compound. It's gonna keep going and going and going.
You're a product of that.
Yeah. It's gonna show. Your body's your resume.
Yeah.
And that's why you see me back then, bro. My chest was sticking out more than my stomach was sticking out more than my chest.
Yeah.
And that was always something I never wanted.
A different man stands before me now.
Especially, yeah. You gotta go through those times, bro.
So where do you think you are right now, in your journey? You know what I'm saying? Considering it's okay, that was a low point. Is there a point in your life where you're this was the peak, and then where are you now?
I'd say my peak would be probably 2 years ago. Meeting the people who taught me how to get in shape, taught me how to take care of my body and get my mind right. And because at the end of the day, bro, we all going for fitness and we're going for a look, but it's the mindset that really carries everything. And that's where I was going after the most, because I struggled a lot. So, and a lot of things, when things got hard, bro, I would quit. So when me finally reaching out to some mentors, some coaches, and being able to learn from them, their blueprint, being able to see that I applied it for like a year and I was on it, I stayed on my program, I was consistent, and to actually meet them afterwards, knowing you going through the program and you went through it, and to actually like show them like, hey man, like this is what your product did. Like
Yeah.
you know, I'm a byproduct of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking. Like I wanted to meet you, and after I completed everything, and just having that those face to faces with those people, I think that was probably my highest point.
And
like my
who
peak.
were some of those mentors?
So for me, my first mentor was Wes Watson. You probably seen him on IG.
I seen him on IG, and then I
Yeah.
seen your picture with him too, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was the first coach I ever hired in 2020 when COVID happened.
Yeah.
So, cause I just wanted to get in shape. I was still not knowing what to do. So, finally hired him for a month, and then seeing where his program took me, got some results, and I just kept going and kept striving. And then eventually I hired another coach, Guerrero Fitness, is one of his clients too. And then those are the two main ones that coached me to where I'm at today. And then just meeting some other people along the way, like my boy Gas Money. He's probably been one of my other biggest mentors, always helping me out. And someone actually local too, because he's right down the street, and Napa is like 30 minutes or an hour away from me. So it's not really too bad.
Yeah.
But those three will be my coaches.
One thing that I like, and I think this is like from Gary Vee, and like people be like, hey man, thank you for all your help. This is people telling Gary Vee, and he's like, yeah man, he goes, but you did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, I kind of gave you some guidance, but it was you who did it.
Yeah.
So I like how you're tipping your hat to them, but at the end of the day, you're the one who put in the work and got you to where you needed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Their coaching is it's only going to work if you do it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because someone could hire them and take all the coaching, but if you don't put the work in,
Yeah.
you're not going to get to where you want to go. So I just want to congratulate you on, you know what I'm saying? Tip my hat to you, like you're the one who put that work in.
Appreciate you.
That's what's up, man. But so you think that was like your peak? You're like, hey, I was operating at top level. And so it's funny because even right now, like these past couple of months for me as far as fitness goes, and it's a trip how much fitness like really entails or ties into mental. Because it's like, you know me, I always do like my kind of like my little motivational speeches. I'm just trying to reach, I got some shit to say and I'm going to say it,
Yeah.
you know, and then I think I'm pretty good with my words, and so people can grasp it and they can hear the message I'm trying to convey. But so I kind of fell off like being consistent in the gym. I didn't completely fall off, but it's like, you know, like I remember like, so I have that idea of where I was at the peak, like boom, I was killing it.
Yeah.
And then these past couple of months were like, I was hit and miss, a lot of missing, low key hitting, and then that kind of took a toll on me mentally too. And it's just like, I don't know, when you take care of yourself, you gotta take care of yourself, and it just shows how much. And it's like right now I'm doing very good, and it's showing mentally, physically, and just an overall value of life, you know. But so even trying to get back to where you were, I mean, that's kind of like where I'm at right now mentally, and it's like being in the gym and trying to, it's like I can't put up what I was able to put up. And I was like, that's a tough pill to swallow. And it's just like, it's very humbling. It's like, fuck, like, but it's like I tell myself, hey, like, you know what steps you need to take to get there, you know, but not even to get back to where you were, but to, how would you say, surpass the peak of you. You know what I'm saying? But so what's something that keeps you going? Like, because like I said, that tough pill to swallow, like being in there, and it's almost discouraging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, what's something that kind of keeps you going? Because you're very, very consistent.
Honestly, bro, for me to keep me going is it's my family at this point, bro. I got 2 nephews and 3 nieces. So, and my nephew Samuel, he's 18, and he was there with me when I was at my fattest. And I remember telling him, like, cause he'd hang out with me, spend the night, we're eating junk food, and I would tell him, like, bro, I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna get in shape. And he'd look at me like I'm crazy. And then, you know, years later now, we actually got a transformation for him. He dropped his 70.
Oh, that's the one that's, yeah.
So he's the one that's with me, but I'd say that's the thing that keeps me going, bro. Just wanting to keep that standard of being, you know, being on point and having somebody to teach and show them the way, and save them the time and
Yeah.
build them up with that confidence and that strength. Like, hey man, yeah, I can give you the blueprint, but at the end of the day, you're the one putting in this work, and be proud of the
Yeah.
person that you're building. So that's one thing that always keeps me going, because I'm not gonna turn back time. For me, unfortunately, we can't.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go back to when I feel like I was at my peak, like a 20, 22, 24, physically. But I know mentally right now, I feel like I'm at my peak, being able to help my nephew and help others, and actually, put them on game too.
Becoming a leader.
Exactly,
I
bro.
think you're seeing your leadership role, and it's like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm not just doing this for me now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing. Where's my mind going right now? It's a beautiful day.
It really is. It's dope.
Yeah, man. Son of a gun. My mind was going somewhere with it. What's been on your plate lately? Like, what's been on your mind? Like, is there any like challenges you're overcoming, or?
For me personally, bro, it's just starting to keep that belief in myself that I once built, and to remember like what gets me back to feeling at my best. Because there's sometimes, like you've mentioned and we've talked about it before, bro. Like we're down, and there's it's easy to stay in that position, and people can see you at the place you're at now and believe that everything's perfect, but sometimes it's not. And for me, it's just staying positive and just staying on it, but showing up and still showing others that you may be going through a tough time, but as long as you're showing up for yourself and that you're giving it your best shot, like your best effort, that's all that matters. And so for me, that's the biggest thing right now. Just right now I'm just working and doing my thing and just staying out the way.
Yeah, it's good. Doing good for yourself. That's one of the most
Yep.
recent things I was talking about. Do good for yourself, and good things come of that.
Yep.
And like how we just said recently, your what you take in is what you put out.
Exactly.
So it sounds like you're doing good for yourself. And yeah, on that note too, that's kind of where my mind was going. Is just like your leadership, and everyone needs to understand that you are a light in this world. You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their own light, and you can be a beacon of light for someone. And you're paving the way and showing them, like I was saying, it's not just for you, it's for the others who are watching us. We're being those role models and being that example. And this is I guess a task that has been placed upon us, but it's like we've been given a gift.
Yeah.
And so I think it's our responsibility as men to really take that role seriously.
Yeah, because then for us, that gives us something to strive for every day. At least, as long if you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for others, and that should keep you going. And you're not always gonna be motivated. You're not always gonna have that drive, but at the end of the day, you gotta. As long as you're waking up and you're remembering that, I was given this. I would say I was given this, blessing.
Yeah, for sure.
To go through those obstacles. So I think it's only right that I do my best to share and to show others a way. Stay positive and stay on it, and whatever you're going through, just keep pushing.
Yeah. So one thing that's kind of like my little motivation right now, or that keeps me going through, like I said, that tough pill to swallow. It's like knowing what weight I want to push, knowing what weight I was able to push, and where I'm at right now. So I told myself, I said, Trap, the man you see in the mirror is not who you are. The man I am to become is who I am. You know what I'm saying? So it's like right now, I'm barely putting up like 165. You know what I'm saying? I was way past that, but it's like, okay, the man that I am, he reps 225 all day. But so that's what I'm saying. So the man I see in the mirror, that's not who I am. I'm not taking that like, oh, this is who you are. I was judging myself very harshly. Yeah. But so I had to psych myself out of it, like, Trap, this is not who you are. The man you see before you is not who you are, but the man who is to come. And so when I see myself going through it, I told myself, hey, you dug yourself in a hole. You're not the man in the hole. You're the man helping him out the hole.
Exactly.
So I really have to play that out mentally, and that really helps me out. And I'm like, when I'm in the gym, and it's funny, like I was just putting up like 165, and I'm just like, oh, I want to throw 185 on there. It's like, yeah, I could put it up, but you're not going to rep it out. Like, what's going to be best for you? So the man who I am to become had to tell this physical one, like, hey, kid, come on, just put the 165 on, get your reps in. Like, this is going to build us to where we need to go.
Yeah.
But so that's something that's really been helping me. I want to share it with you, share it with everyone. You know what I mean? That's really been helping me. I am not the man in the hole. I'm the man helping this guy out the hole.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's a good one, huh?
That's I gotta give you that one, man. That was a
That's
good
a
one.
good one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that was some fire.
Yeah.
That was a good one. You gotta take some notes on that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Shit, man. So, what are some of your goals? What are some of your goals right now?
Some of my goals right now. Shit, bro, that's a good one. That's something I need to work on. Is to really clarify my goals and to because I don't even know what I'm aiming for, to be honest, bro.
Yeah.
That's something I'm gonna be honest about. Is I don't know, bro. It's a crazy feeling. Like you feel like you reached the peak, but then you're looking up, and now there's still some ways to go.
Yeah.
And then just trying to figure out what those targets are and what I'm gonna be going for.
That's life, huh?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Even my buddy Crispy too. He asked me. He's like, Trav, what are some of your goals for 2025, and have you written them down? And I was like, I can tell you like some of my goals. Like, you know, I always have goals physically. I have goals for my music. For just me as a person, whatever.
Yeah.
I haven't wrote none of that shit down.
Yeah.
And that's one big thing too that a lot of people who are very successful, they say, you know, you have to write these things down.
Yeah.
And so, but it's like, what are your goals? And it's like, fuck, I really couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I'm not, just being honest. I'm not.
But
Yeah.
that's life. And, you know, that's one thing I always say. I was like, man, I'm going to make a shirt out of this one day. So I'm just trying to figure life out, man.
Yep.
But I feel like, you have good direction. You're not doing bad for yourself, but I guess that's one thing that you can take from this interview. It's like, shit, man, what are my goals?
Yeah.
What are my goals? Shit, stay consistent.
Yeah.
That's one.
That's one
right.
thing.
But hey, man, yeah, write some goals down.
I know, that's...
And it's easy for me. I ain't even done this shit yet either. So,
yeah.
but hey, we're all human. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And we're not perfect, but always trying to better ourselves. So that'd be good.
That's the ultimate goal, is bettering myself. Another goal too is just, honestly, bro, I want to help more people. I feel like lately that I kind of closed myself off, and just wanting to make a bigger impact. You know, it's dope to see the impact I made with my nephew. To be honest, that's one of the greatest feelings in the world, seeing the man that he's built with the blueprint that I showed him. But then him putting in the work. But I think that's one of my biggest goals, is to build a community of like-minded individuals, and we're all striving to be the best we can be, and, you know, just showing people the way. You know, being that positive light.
I love that. Yeah, and so one thing too, it's like, all right, so I like how you said, it's like, hey, a goal of mine is to help more people. But so now you have to ask yourself, okay, now what can I do to help more people? And that's kind of where I think we're structuring the plan of what can I do. So that's something I've been wanting to do too. And it's like even taking this, you know, my little motivational talks to a higher level for those who really want to grasp more out of it. And I was like, man, I'm going to start doing these mindset classes. And, you know, I just build this community of people who wants to better themselves mentally.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what it is to be a man. Let's talk about how to better yourself, how to better take care of yourself, your mind, and also physically comes into play. But it's like, shit, man, that's a great idea to, like, how can I ask yourself, how can I build this community?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you're the lead of it, little machines and, you know, all that good stuff. But that sounds like a good plan, man.
Yeah, we gotta put that in motion. Gotta write it down though. So that's the
Yeah,
number one thing.
gotta write it down.
Gotta write it
Yeah,
down.
that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. It's funny too, cause I was like coming to this. I was like, this is kind of like an interview, you know. But at the same time, I be watching Joe Rogan podcast a lot.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't got questions. We just
chopping it up.
We just chopping it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I did have questions for you. But so now we're here just chilling, chopping the shit. What's your I remember on the way here I was gonna ask you, I was like, what do you prefer? You like bulking or cutting?
I like cutting.
You like cutting?
I like cutting.
And why is that?
I like the feeling of not starving yourself, but I like the feeling of, like, you know that you're pushing your limits, and your body, you're not getting the fuel that you're getting the fuel you need, but you want a goal, so you're striving for it, and then to me I feel like you're just pushing your body to its limit and seeing what you can do. And for me, I like that feeling. I like training fasted. I like training in the morning. I don't know, it's just something that I always
rewarding, huh?
Rewarding. You know, going in the summer, you're taking off your shirt, you have an 8-pack, bro. It's a good feeling, bro. It's a great feeling.
Yeah.
But it's probably some.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Bulking and cutting. It's funny because I've never really. even when I first started booking with like I did the Fit Brody contract.
Yeah.
And then they're like, boom, we booking or cutting. I was like, all right, bulk. I went took a BMI test, and they're like, all right, you need to consume this many calories. And then my dumbass, I was like, I met those calories for the day, and I was like, boom, all right, there, that's it. And I was still hungry, but I wouldn't eat because I was like, I don't want to meeting my goal.
Yeah.
And they were just like, bro, you're bulking. Eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But then, so one thing too, I like running. You know what I'm saying? I like doing burpees.
Yeah.
And they're like, bro, you're bulking. Like, no
Yeah.
cardio. And
Yeah,
I was
chill
just
out on
like,
the cardio.
I was like, fuck, like, I don't know if I like bulking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so I've kind of always been in the middle. But so it's like right now where I'm at, I'm like, all right, consume as much as you can, but work out with it. So I remember one time, it's like, so are you bulking or cutting? It's like, I'm doing neither. I'm just, I'm training and eating like an animal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Train hard, eat hard, and it's just like whatever my body produces, that I'm fine with that. So I guess it's kind of just your goal.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, if I want, and it's funny too, cause like not too long ago, I was eating a lot, but I wasn't hitting the gym too hard, and it was all going in my stomach.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm 28 now, and I was like, I remember I've always been my whole life, just been kind of like a little, not skinny, but it's like I was never fat,
Yeah.
you know? But it's like now that I'm older, I think my metabolism's slowing down just a little
Yeah.
bit. And so it was all going to my stomach, but I told myself, and this was one video I made not too long ago too, and it's like, if you don't like what you see in the mirror, do something about it.
Exactly.
So, boom, right away, I started running again, started hitting burpees. And I love the way I fucking look now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm jumping on the scale, but now my goal is like I want to gain muscle.
Yeah.
I know I'm not where I want to be, so I've been eating a lot, and I'm training hard. But it's like, hey, you know what you want, do something about it.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
think that's the number one thing. I think for cutting, for me, I think why I love it so much is because like I always wanted the 6-pack, 8-pack, because growing up I never had it, so I always wanted to get it.
Yeah.
And you know, just loving the way I felt and just knowing that, you know, for once I was being disciplined about my eating. I was actually being in control, not always stuffing my face with Cheetos and pizza and beer like I used
Yeah,
to. Like
yeah.
just seeing the overall growth of going from that once fat kid, you know, who all he ate was pizza and beer and cheese sticks, to, you know, now I'm tracking my macros down
Yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah.
gram, you know, doing everything I can to make sure I'm reaching my goal. And you know, that's the number one reason why I love cutting.
That kind of reminds me too, is something that you ever heard of Dr. Andrew Huberman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's badass, and and like I like how he explained, and it's really stuck with me. And it's like when you do something that you know you're supposed to, it releases dopamine. It makes you fucking feel good. So it's like when you're on your shit and you're very structured and you're completing everything, that sounds like a very high quality. How would you say? A very high quality of life.
Yeah.
It's like you're on your shit, you're locked in, boom, 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 and it feels real good. Another thing I wanted to mention too about what I wanted to bring up, and it was kind of in regards to cutting, was fasting. And I remember I fasted. I remember you guys did like 72-hour fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did one just for my first time trying 24 hours, and it felt real good. And I also heard there's like spiritual things,
Yeah.
very spiritual about it.
Yeah.
Right. But one thing that made me feel good was it's like your body's telling you, hey, I'm hungry, and you can like not succumb to the needs of your body. Makes you feel real in charge on a celestial level. It's like, hey, like my body, like I don't fall victim to my vices of the body. It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like as humans, as men, we're weak. We can be, we can be.
Yeah.
But
that's
it's
true.
like, so when your body's like, oh, I want this, I need this, and you can be above that, like that feels really good. I only did a 24-hour fast,
Yeah.
but hey, that's how that made me feel.
Yeah.
It's like the stomach, oh, feed me, and it's like,
chill
like,
out. Yeah, you're good.
you can shut that down.
Yeah.
So that felt really good. So how are the fasts for you?
I've only done one 72-hour fast.
Oh, you did it once?
Yeah, I only did it once, bro.
You did it
I ain't
though.
gonna lie. My dad put me onto it, and he was just excited, to be honest. So I just like, screw it. We gonna go with it. We gonna go with it. But
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you when you bring up the spiritual benefits, because anytime that I've gone on the fast, at that time I did go on the fast, my mind and my thoughts weren't on food. They're more about my behavior, my actions, and just learning, like, okay, if we're not stressing about food all day, like what are we thinking about? Like, what's my mind going to? What am I, constantly telling myself to get past the hunger and to not just focus all day on, oh, I gotta eat, just having that goal in mind too. when you are fasting? Like, what are you trying to seek out? What are you trying to find answers for? I think for me, my biggest thing always is my discipline. Like, why am I, when I see myself start to slack, I'm like, why are we doing this? Why are we going backwards? Why are you stuffing your face with Cheetos every other day? Why are you not, being on it when you know being on it gets you and how you feel? So when I fast, I felt like I was just so in tune with my body, and my mind was just operating on a whole nother level. But physically, I was still holding up, but mentally, and I feel like I was a lot stronger. Just going through that. But yeah, it's definitely a challenge, bro.
Brings clarity, huh?
Yeah, brings that clarity.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so on the 72-hour fast, like, how did that go about? Because I remember for 24 hours just drinking water, but when you're doing 72, your body needs some kind of electrolytes or
Electrolytes and bone broth.
bone broth.
So the
That
second,
sounds primal.
right? It really is, bro. The second and third day, that's mostly what you're consuming.
Yeah.
Along with the water is electrolytes and bone broth, because bone broth has a lot of protein, so that your body gets that fuel that it needs.
Yeah.
But it is very primal, and that's all you're consuming, bro.
Yeah. That's cool, man. You ever went hunting before?
No, I haven't.
That's something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Kill it, cut it, cook it.
Totally.
Primal.
Yep, hell
yeah,
bro.
you know what I mean? Oh, that's hella funny. Yeah, man. So what do you like working out in the gym the most?
For me, it's legs lately.
Legs.
Just because, I'm not gonna lie, seeing the results and my progress from when I didn't to where I'm at now, like, yeah, I like seeing that. So
Yeah.
and it's probably the most challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely legs.
I feel like you like that challenge and overcoming the challenge. I think that's a big dopamine release for you right there.
Definitely, bro.
You know? It's like, give me the hardest shit to do, and I'm gonna watch me do this.
Yeah. I like doing the shit nobody likes to do.
Yeah.
And not even with fitness, but also like in work. When I would work,
Oh, no shit.
I would like knowing, like, all right, because I work in freight, and I've always unloaded trailers and things. So anytime we used to get trailers that were fucked up, I'd always be like, oh, let me get that one.
Yeah.
Just always wanting to challenge
Give me the
myself.
challenge. Yeah.
And
Fuck
yeah.
is an easy day.
Hell yeah.
Fuck is an easy life.
Fuck that. I ain't.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear someone else complain about it. So I'll do it.
Yeah.
And just set that standard of I'll do the hard work, and you ain't gonna hear me. You ain't gonna hear nothing about it.
Yeah.
And just get it done. But
Give it to me. I'm the man. I'm the man for the job right
hell
there.
yeah, bro.
That's amazing, bro. That's a very, very good mind state that you can, I think, pass along to the community. Like you say, we can create this little community, and it's like, hey, if you want to be this guy, it's like,
you gotta do more.
do more and
your attitude while you're doing it too. That's the number one thing. To be positive and just always being that light. And yeah, you may have some bad and dark days, but as long as you have that attitude and that mindset, and just keep bringing that light no matter what. That's something that I always want to be known for, is bringing that light and just being somebody that, hey, may be going through hell, but shit, he's gonna smile while he's going through it.
Yeah.
And just that's something.
Yeah, I remember sometimes when I'm like, even in the gym too, and I'm like, Trav, you know how much you've been through? Like, come on, pick this shit up, bro.
Oh, yeah,
like,
bro, it's just weights.
And I'm in my head too, obviously at the gym, thinking about life, and it's like, fuck. It's especially these past couple of months, just real in my head, and it's like, hey, you've been through a lot, kid. Like, come on, like, but let's take these steps to bringing us to a brighter day. And
Oh yeah.
that's just beautiful, man. Oh yeah, man. You got any kids?
Nah,
You got no kids?
no kids. Just the uncle now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Steeled up.
Hell yeah.
This is my only son right here. Little crybaby. Yeah, man. You want kids?
Huh? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want kids.
Yeah.
I want a little tribe.
Yeah.
yeah,
A little
bro.
tribe.
Yeah. Well, I come from a big family, bro.
Oh, yeah?
I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters, so yeah, I want a couple kids.
Yeah.
3 to 5. That's what I'm
Same.
aiming for.
Yeah,
Not
same.
gonna lie.
Yeah. When the Lord sees us fit, I guess.
Yeah, bro. I'm waiting for that day though. Definitely in the gym. That's my extra motivation. Be the fit dad. I want
Yeah.
something to strive for.
That reminds me of is it Campa?
Campa Fit?
Campa Fit.
Yeah.
He's always with his kids. The
Yep.
kid always doing
Hell yeah,
push-ups
bro.
and shit. Rico too. Rico fucking
Bro, this son's
Little-
a beast, bro.
yeah.
Be busting down better than
little burpees. Huh?
Yeah. That's what I love to see, bro. Love seeing everybody, showing their kids, showing them how to, stay active and be fit,
Be those role models, huh?
and be Superman, being superheroes for them.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what the kids see. That's what their kids see him as.
Yeah. Untouchable.
Pretty much, bro.
Right,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So what's your what do they say? Like, what's your meal plans? Like, what's your kind of go-to?
My go-to meals or
Yeah, go-to meals.
my Probably my number one thing is probably some bison tacos.
Bison tacos.
Yeah.
You eating bison out
Yeah.
here.
Got you, bro.
Do you buy? Or you like do you get that from the grocery store? Like you order get bison?
Either Costco or Safeway.
You want a beef taco? You want bison? We get it, bro. We get it. Bison tacos, huh? I've never had bison.
It's pretty good, bro. It's a little gamey.
Yeah?
Different taste.
Yeah.
But I like it. So I get the bison, just fry it up, and I get the tortillas, get 9 of them laid out. I just throw the bison on top, bro. Throw some cheese, some sour cream, hot sauce. That's it.
Oh, do it.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel
No
like,
rice, no beans?
Nah.
Straight beef.
Just
give me
bro.
beef.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. I feel like a barbarian.
Yeah.
I get the tortilla, and I'm basically just scooping up the meat and just eating it like that, bro.
Yeah.
It's very, barbarian.
Yeah.
feeling. Especially after
Man.
two.
Beef. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm very basic and simple when it comes to food, especially. You know, as
What
long
about
as
breakfast?
breakfast, I go with the omelet.
Omelet?
Omelet.
How many eggs?
Probably like 4.
4 eggs?
Yeah.
You're not crazy. I'm be eating like 6 eggs sometimes.
Bro,
I'm
I'll
like
take 6 though.
Yeah, that's
good.
crazy work. I'm a 3-egger. I'm a 3-egger.
Yeah.
Like a good amount of meat though. And I usually have beans, but I ain't been having beans lately.
Yeah.
But beans got some protein in there.
A little bit.
A little filler. You
Yeah.
know, are you bulking or cutting right now?
Cutting.
Cutting.
Yeah.
You seem hesitant about
Yeah, bro,
it.
because I know, because I was loving the bulk. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Last
Yeah.
year, pretty much all of last year I was bulking, putting on some size. So now I'm telling myself cutting, but still trying to break that habit of eating like I'm bulking.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we cutting. You gotta stay on it.
What was your top weight?
178,
178. And how tall are you?
5'4".
5'4", 178.
Yeah, bro.
Just
Stocky.
Brick.
Stocky little pit bull. That's what I was feeling like,
That's
bro.
what's up. And then what's your weight when you cut?
And the lowest I got to was 140.
140. Wow.
140.
38-pound difference.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Do you feel? I know people be like, oh, you're cutting, like you're not gonna push as much weight as when you
Yeah.
bulk. Is that true?
That is true, bro.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably push the weight, but not as much. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so for me, like if I push 2 plates when I'm cutting, I could probably do like 2 or 3. When I'm bulking, probably like 5 or 6.
Uh-huh.
So there's a little strength difference, especially.
Wow.
Especially your body. You're not feeding your body like you're used to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, because in my head, I don't know, and this because I've never really been too deep into it, but I was like in my head, I'm like, bro, if you push the weight, it gets easier. I don't care if you're bulking or cutting, but I haven't really been through it, so.
Yeah.
But coming from someone who's done it, it's like no, there is a difference on
Yeah, you
what
definitely
you're feeding
feel
your
it.
body and.
You feel it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, my goal. Do you have a weight goal right now, or what do you? So you say you're about to start cutting again? Or
Yeah.
So what's the? What are you standing at right now?
Right now I'm 170.
170.
So I want to get down to like 145. See what it's looking.
145?
See what it looks like. See how I feel.
Yeah.
But
What's your max bench?
Probably like 245, bro.
245. 1 rep.
Yeah. I might get 2, but
Yeah.
most likely
Currently, right now, you think you could do that, or that was like? Just
I probably
three?
can get that.
Oh shit.
I'm probably not gonna do much after that. Probably
Yeah.
gonna be spent, bro. My chest gonna.
Yeah.
I might feel like it's gonna pop, but yeah.
What's your max squat?
Probably three plates, 315.
315.
315 for 1.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy work, son. Yeah, I remember last year I met my goal though. I benched 225, 1
Yeah.
rep. I squatted I think and then in the gym we have the kgs, the kilos. So my max squat was like 229 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But so I did that, and then like I said recently I haven't been up to par, so but now that's my goal again. But my goal is I want to rep them out.
Yeah.
I want to do it for reps. Like I've done it. I did it last year. I did it, 1 rep each on a bench and a squat. So that's kind of my, and then also my weight goal. I never really had a weight goal, but it's like now I'm trying to still, and like I said, if I really was taking it serious, I wouldn't do no cardio. But I like cardio too much. I like running. It feels good. Like running with my dog. And burpees, like I don't know. I don't like having a big stomach.
Yeah.
And it's funny too, cause I'm like, oh, I always want the 6-pack. I never do fucking abs.
Yeah. Bro, me either.
But that's the funny part.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But it's cool though. Like I said, I'm happy with my body right now. But so I'm gonna just keep eating. I'm gonna keep eating. My highest weight last year was 160.
Yeah.
And I'm standing at 5. I'm like 5'6", 5'7".
Okay.
So 160 though. So my goal this year is, I'm like I don't really have too much, but I'm like I want to be heavier than that.
Yeah.
I I want to hit at least 165.
165.
Maybe 170.
Yeah.
I'm probably look pretty good,
Yeah.
you know.
Fill out.
But yeah, so it's like hey, that's one thing I think I talked about in the other podcast. It's like know where you're at, be aware of where you're at, and know where you want to go,
Yep.
and make conscious choices on getting there. And so that's something I've been working on. I've been in it. I love feeling sore. I feel good right now.
Yeah.
Today's legs.
Yep.
What'd you hit this morning?
Chest.
Chest.
Good old Monday chest day.
Good old fucking throwing them hundreds up on the incline.
Yep. Trying to, bro. Trying to. Last week the 110 took me out.
Yeah.
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 Messed up my back a little bit.
Oh, no
but,
shit.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. It kind of humbled me, bro, that, you know, when you're saying you're pushing that weight, you feel like, oh, why can't I push it again? Had that feeling last week when
Yeah.
it took me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Been a little painful get out of bed, but that's all good.
Hey.
It's all part of the journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Learning from it.
The fucking journey. That's life, huh?
Yep.
Oh shit, man. I'm getting pretty hungry. What's today? Today Monday, huh?
Yep.
Buy some tacos on the menu?
Shit, I might get some, I think I have some brisket.
Brisket?
I'll cook that up.
That sounds fire, man. My tia gave me some meal prep, and I left it at my girl's house.
Oh, yeah?
It's funny, she gave me meal prep, and I ate one. I was like, maybe she's cutting.
Yeah.
Because I've knocked
Yeah.
down 2 plates. And I was
Oh,
like, yeah, that's more like it. Yeah. But yeah, man. Well, shit. Tim, a.k.a. T-Rod. T-Rod Fit on all platforms.
Yes, sir.
You on more than Instagram, or you just on
Just on Instagram right now.
Instagram right now?
Yeah.
T-Rod Fit.
Yes, sir.
Good guy. Y'all give him a follow if you don't know him already. And if you do know him, it's been a pleasure, my guy.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
you,
my
brother.
brother.
Yes, sir.